Men of Reddit. What is something you'll never understand about women? How are their feet always so cold? Please help us find a solution to this. I'm so over having icicles for toes. Heated socks. But then my feet get sweaty and I decay, which is worse. As a guy with cold feet, I have experienced having cold feet that were still sweating in my slippers. I don't know how it is possible, but it's happened more than once. How they can magically make things appear in front of them that I've spent 15 minutes looking for. My mill used to say, if I find it, I get to hit you with it, lol. I have adopted that mantra, and I'm amazed how fast said item gets located. I say, it's usually some sort of treat, but occasionally not. If I find it, I'm eating the whole thing. Shower temperature. WTF is up with this water? Why must you feel pain to feel cleansed? Hot water helps us melt. We are constantly cold, man. Let us take our fire shower so we can feel our toes for a minute. I run really warm, especially for a woman. And if I've been too hot before a shower, I'll turn the shower cold to cool me off. Then return it to lava levels so I can enjoy it properly. Hot showers are just nice. How they get out of the shower and do that weird thing on their head with a towel. Then all of a sudden they have this monument on their head. Step 1. Flip head upside down so all your hair is hanging down. Step 2. Put the center long edge of the towel against the nape of your neck. Step 3. Gather the towel at the top of your head near your hairline. It'll be fitted loosely to your head at this point, and you'll have a long towel ponytail hanging down. Step 4. Twist the towel ponytail. Direction doesn't really matter, but I go counterclockwise. Step 5. Lift your head and, in the same motion, gently flip the twisted section of towel back over your head. Voila. Towel turban. As a guy who has been growing his hair out for the last 2 years and has struggled with the turban, I salute you, kind soul. I have a wife and 2 daughters who will bring up issues and problems they encounter. I still have not quite learned that they do not want a discussion about how to solve these problems. A friend of mine, when something pretty intense happened, asked, do you want me to help or just to listen? And I thought that was so considerate. Sometimes listening has to come first before we are ready to move on to the helping part. My mom was a helicopter till she learned this phrase and started using it. It reduced stress for her and us kids. Do you want me to listen, help, or take over? No surprise that we still wanted her to take over sometimes, when she also sometimes just listened. When she asks me, what are you thinking? And I say nothing, why won't she believe me? I always forget what I was thinking about if someone asks me. Like they interrupt my chain of thoughts and it's gone. The whole chain of thoughts is so pointless and just our brains filling time, that when it hears someone speak, it just dumps the whole thing before even considering what you are being asked. Absolutely this. Like, why can a garbage can be lifted by that little slit in the front? Why is that tree so big, but the younger one is wider? Why are fat tires worse in snow than skinny tires? I mean, I know why, but still I wonder about it. How you can talk to your mom on the phone for multiple hours every week. My dad calls me when he needs me to order something on Amazon for him, and that's about it. It's something that completely depends on what kind of bond you and your parents made while growing up. For example, while super loving, my parents never seemed to really care about the mundane things of my life, so here I'm 33, and I almost never talk to them on the phone, because we never grew that kind of interaction together. It's also whether you're naturally chatty people. My mom and I actually have this whole competition to see who can get my grandmother to stay on the phone the longest. I think the record sits somewhere around 11 o'clock. Mom and I can chat for a long time. Same with my brother. If we get going, we'll just chit chat for ages. I have an aunt that we play a similar game with. Currently a cousin holds the record at 38 minutes without saying a word, because my aunt just won't quit talking once she gets going. How they always smell so good all of the time. Like, how none of our products are Timberwolf lightning scented. Why do men's products smell like concepts? TF is cool sports breeze, lol. It's evocative. It's provocative. It gets the people going. Why do they need so many pillows? Why do you need one flat and yellow pillow? It's for stomach sleeping. They don't make pillows flat enough for this. so you have to wear one pillow down. It gets yellowed by years of sweat. I sleep on my stomach. I have 2 pillows and sleep with my face between the 2 of them. You motorboating son of a bee. Taking her bra off without taking her top off. It's Seth Black magic. Man, I need a PhD in geometry just to understand it. No PhD necessary. Just unhook the back, pull the strap down, and slide your arm out of it. Then the other side, and done. Slide that baby out from your shirt. It's a little harder with long sleeve / a hoodie, but still doable. And it's heavenly. Freeing the girls after a long day is so good. My husband says, why do you wax your eyebrows, then draw them back on? He has since asked if women also draw their pubes back on. No way I'm going to draw those back after I spend hundreds of euros to get rid of them by laser. Pete Davidson. Him and Adam Driver are good examples of how much women like confidence and humor, and it's not all about looks. It's very important to be comfortable and confident in your own skin. I mean, have you seen Adam Driver's hands and shoulders? That man is a house. Step on my throat. Adam Driver, you rudely large man. Shatter my knees. You fuckable redwood. How much trust they put in birth control. I'd be paranoid AF. You think we aren't paranoid AF at all times? Cause we definitely are. Nice username. Frenemy behavior. Why do you keep other women around that you actively despise just to complain about them? I think most of the time it's because the one they don't like is friends with their other friends. IDK though, I just ditch people I hate. The way they can casually talk about period pain, that would put me on the ground thinking I'm gonna die. Like I know it's frequent and all, but still I could never. And I respect my wife for that. The worst thing about a period, sometimes, are the period poops. Good old PB&J. So simple, yet so descriptive. I'm losing it over this one LMAO. Why they wear high heels to look taller, but then bend down every time someone takes their picture. Heels aren't to be taller. It's about changing the aesthetic of the entire leg. Heels to lengthen and extend the legs. It's about the shape of the calf. My dudes. They also change the way you walk and accentuate the hip away. They also change the way you walk, true. But that's only a good thing if the woman knows how to walk in heels. Otherwise they might look like a baby giraffe. I'm constantly walking on my ankles when I try to wear heels. Also happy cake day. How she can have a dream where I cheated on her and she wakes up mad at me. Like I'm sorry, I guess. Anytime I does something hurtful in a dream and I tell him about it, he says your brain did that, and I say yes, but it looked just like you. Then we laugh. This is cute. Why they ask questions about what's going to happen in a TV show or movie when you're both watching it for the first time. Guilty lol. I try to reel it in, but it's usually just me thinking aloud. And I don't expect my husband or whomever else I'm watching the movie / show with to actually have the answers. That thing they do when they've already made a decision, but ask you for your opinion anyway, and then tell you your opinion is wrong. If you come to a different conclusion to her. Wife, which color do you prefer? Me, red. Wife, that's not the color I wanted you to pick. Me, then why did you ask? How I do this? Usually I just ask because I want to confirm how much I want the thing I was thinking of. Like there's red and orange and I think I want orange, but IDK red seems nice. I ask which one should I get, and they say red, and I realize I'm disappointed with that option, so I choose orange. It is not very logical, but it works every time. But I've explained how this works to people after the fact. I'm not trying to gotcha anyone. The only pillows that should be on the bed are the ones used for sleeping. Why do you insist on adding 17 more? The one with the pillow sham that goes on top is to keep the pillowcase you put your face skin on underneath free from dust and stuff. Pet dander. Whatever. I now only like to sleep on a satin or silk pillowcase because it's better for the hair and skin. Why I'll be ready in 5 minutes takes 30 minutes. It really depends on the woman. My mom will start 3 hours early before she goes anywhere fancy because she has to pick out her outfit. Make sure she has the perfect matching shoe / jewelry / purse to go with it. She's also in the purses or accessories camp. Fix her hair and do her makeup. Something that especially takes time, since she's always trying new methods. For me, I just slap on whatever I have in my closet, comb my hair until it looks okay, and maybe grab some jewelry. It takes 10 to 15 minutes maximum, but I can usually finish in 5 to 7. If we are going somewhere and I know about it the day before, everything I need, down to the right underwear and socks, will be laid out the night before, including jewelry. Always a backup outfit too if one is iffy. Call me neurotic, but I'm not risking a meltdown BC and bloated, and only have something prepped that's gonna show it off in a bad way. Handbags, like why are they so expensive? Handbags are our cars. If you have a character who wants to show off, men usually take cars, women use handbags. But not all women care about handbags that much. For me it's about quality. Expensive brands are a waste of money. Most of them don't even have good quality. Social dynamics. So confusing. Girls can be arguing for hours because of some small thing that somehow ended with them going at each other's throats. My GF told me one of her friends in her group was acting selfishly, so they talked about it with the other girls and decided to tell their friend she was being selfish. Somehow they ended all fighting each other. She asked me how dudes would act in this situation, and I simply told her, look, when one of the boys is acting like that, we usually just tell him, nah dude, you're acting like an asshole, or simply stop him in his tracks, and that's really how I see most male friend groups acting. Sound like she needs to find better friends. That sounds like a really exhausting situation. I thought this might be a dumpster fire, but it is way more wholesome than I expected. Nice work, peoples. Well said. As a woman, I thought most of these were gonna be dumb, but I feel seen. The lip injections. Looks painful and you can't speak properly, but I feel like everywhere I look there's women with pumped up lips. Why my wife always leaves a small amount of tea or coffee in her mug. Just drink the whole thing. Why they feel the need to tell their friends intimate details of our sex life. It's a major violation of trust and intimacy to me. I'm a woman and have never understood why women do this. I've listened to so many friends but won't share. My friend is like this, and I don't know why. He's told me everything about every girl he's ever been with. Mortifying things. Extremely private things. All without prompt. I've even asked why. Would you tell me that? And all he says is, I don't know. I tell you everything. I would never share private things like that. Things like that should remain between couples.